A year ago, I thought that YouTube was all about making better YouTube videos. I thought that if I improved my titles, my thumbnails, and my editing, views would just flood in. But after posting over 100 videos and starting with 0 subscribers, watching videos flop and second guessing myself, and even almost quitting, I realized that I was completely wrong. Because the biggest lessons that I've learned have nothing to do with the YouTube algorithm. They change everything about what I think of consistency, creativity, and confidence, and what it also takes to build something that lasts. So in this video, I want to share with you the lessons that I've learned after posting over 100 videos in a whole year. And hopefully it will save you from making the same mistakes that I did. So let's get into it. First of all, I want to share with you that YouTube is a lot harder than you might think. So yes, you might have created your first YouTube videos, and that's already a big step because making your very first YouTube video is probably the hardest video that you'll ever make on your channel. But it doesn't stop there. You have to start making video after video after video, and it's not just about pressing record on the camera, it's also about planning your videos. Which titles do best, which thumbnails do best, what do your audience like to listen and hear about? How can you express yourself a lot better than you used to? So all of these things are just little things and little incremental steps that you can take to make your videos better, but also do take a lot of work. Now, you do want to make it easy on yourself because I once started after having a call with somebody that had a pretty successful YouTube channel. I decided, or he told me, that I should actually script my videos from the first sentence to the last sentence. Now, as you might know, my intros are scripted, but the rest of the video isn't. It's just bullet points. But he told me that I should do that, so I did. It took me 3 weeks to make a single video because I just couldn't do it. I couldn't get myself to film that video or to script that video in order to film it. I still did one, but I couldn't get my second one to come out. I never actually made that second video that was scripted. It was so hard, and the views didn't reflect the pain that I had to go through. I think that my personality didn't shine through either because reading from a script is really hard. And it can work in some situations for some people. For me, it's just not the case. I cannot do that. So you do have to make it a lot easier on yourself than you potentially could. But it's still going to be hard. You still have to get yourself to post that video. Like, I post 2 videos a week, plus 1 week I post 3 videos. And there's nothing that's going to stop me from posting those 2 videos, at least those 2 videos. That is the number one priority. No matter if you have a job, if you have kids, if you have whatever it may be. I even saw a woman that was single with 2 kids that was posting 2 videos, and she said exactly that, or 1 video. She was posting 1 video a week. And she said that everything turns around that. That's going to be the number one priority no matter what, because that's how she runs her business, that's how she runs her YouTube channel. And if you don't do that, even if you don't have a business, even if you don't have a YouTube channel that counts, you still have to be that counts, that's successful, you still have to be the person that's going to post those videos. So, or that the person that is the person that has that successful channel. Even if your channel isn't successful yet, you still have to be that person. So if you make that the number one priority, the chances of you succeeding on YouTube are going to be way higher than if you're not. So that's why it's also hard to make a YouTube channel. Now, the second thing, I hinted on this in the first point, but it's to make things as simple as possible. Make your videos in this place where it's easy for you to film. This place for me is easy to film, not only because I have access to it all the time, but also because it's peaceful. I don't have to go outside. I don't have to plan 10 hours before to start filming a video. I just get my tripod, which is a ring light, and put my phone on it, put the microphone on, and I'm ready to go. I actually got those 2 lights as well. Like, it's not really that hard. If you film yourself in a car, it's the same thing. If you own a car, if you don't own a car, it's going to make your life 10 times harder. So try to find a place where it's easy for you to film. It might be outside for you, but sometimes it's a lot. I know for me, filming in a place where there's other human beings is hard, apart from my wife, but really filming in a place where you're comfortable is the most important part, because it will keep it simple. Now, I've touched on the scripts as well. If you want to script your videos, fine, but really your personality isn't going to shine through as much as you could. There are successful channels out there that do script their videos from start to finish, so it does work for some people, but I feel like for me, it's just going to put words in my mouth that shouldn't be said. And also, if you use like ChatGPT or Claude or whatever it may be, some sort of AI to script your videos, this is not your video. If somebody else could film your YouTube channel or your YouTube video and say this on their own channel, then it's probably not right. For me, like, I'm saying what I want to say. I do have some bullet points because I like to go on massive tangents, but I still have a clear path for me to go through, but I do make it a lot easier. It's very simple for me to make a YouTube video. It's hard because that's what I said in the first point, but it's also simple. I don't have to overcomplicate it. I hardly edit my videos. I like to watch videos that have very little editing, and so my videos are exactly like that. They aren't very edited. I do cut out the fluff, the stuff that I start thinking for 10 minutes, but really most of the video is just as I speak, and that makes the personality shine through, but it also makes things a lot easier. If you want to commit to making 1 or 2 videos per week, it's going to be very difficult for you if you make your videos super hard to make with top-notch editing. Like the YouTube channels that do have that and that are successful and consistent and all that stuff, they usually have a team. If you don't have a team, if you're a small YouTube channel, then it might be a good idea for you to just make it as simple as possible. And this can mean a lot of different things for you, but for me, it's just having a bullet point, scripting my intro, sorry. I like to script my intro, but the rest of it is just bullet points and I just talk about it like that. It makes it a lot easier. The next point is YouTube will humble you, and I've seen this recently. I had a video that had the most views on my channel a couple of weeks ago. I think a couple of weeks ago. Probably 3 once you watch this video. I had that video that was just getting the views and views and views, likes, comments, like the engagement that you would hope for on a small YouTube channel. And I was over the moon because that's, you know, when things like that happen, then great. The video after that did somewhat alright. The video after that was a 10 out of 10, which if you have created YouTube videos, you'll know that every video is ranked from 1 to 10, meaning that out of the 10 last videos you make, based on the amount of views, it's like a 1 to 10. So if it's a 1, that's the best video that you made in the last 10 videos, which doesn't happen very often. And if it's a 10, it's the worst video that you've made in the last 10 videos. And so I went from a 1 to a 10, which none of these happen often. Usually it's like a 3, 4 kind of thing, but this one was like a 1 and then a 10. So it does humble you. You do have to think about that and get yourself to a place where you don't get too excited when videos blow up. Obviously, you're going to be excited. You should be happy about it. It's your signs that your channel is progressing, or even if it's a one-off, it means that your channel is growing. People are usually subscribing when you get a lot of views. they comment, and it's super fun. Like, I've said this in several videos, that the comments is what makes me happy, and like that's the most important or the most fun part about YouTube, is talking with you guys, engaging, having a real connection, building a community that's fun of like-minded people that just want to grow on YouTube and maybe build a business out of it. But also you'll have videos that flop, so you do have to, even though you might be really happy about your last video that did well, then the second video might not do as well. And usually the one after the one that blew up, it's going to do well, because if it really, like, if one video does really well, the next one probably like feeds off of that. But the one after that could be a complete flop, and that's what happened to me. To this day, it's still a 10 out of 10. It will fluctuate. Sometimes also, like I've had, I think the one that blew up was like that. When you post it and for the first 24 hours, it's like a 4 or 5 out of 10. So it's not bad, but it's not great either. And then you wake up the next day and it's a 1 out of 10. So you shouldn't be caught up in the numbers, and don't expect your channel to just blow up over time. There's going to be some valleys that where nothing happens on your channel. It happened to me, it's happening to me all the time, and you just have to keep that in mind, so that when the video flops, you don't think about quitting your YouTube channel because things aren't great. You just keep on feeding off it and keep improving as much as you can. And if you don't know what to improve, I have a link in the description which you can book a call with me, and I'll be stoked to talk to you and see what I can help you with on your channel. It's just a fun part that I can help you with. But one way to improve, or probably the single best way to improve, is to consistently post. Not only is it going to help you get more subscribers, people are going to not forget about you. The algorithms maybe is going to like you better, but really it's not the algorithm, it's the people. But the most important part about posting consistently is, one, it builds your mindset where you don't give yourself a choice. You can go back on my channel for like a year. I haven't missed many videos, apart from the time when I wanted to script my videos and I didn't post for 3 weeks. But apart from that, I've been posting at least once a week, but usually 2 to 3 times. And one of the best things about that is that you just practice. It's just like an athlete. The best athletes are out there are the ones that obsess over whatever sport they're playing. And for me, if you don't practice YouTube hard enough, then you're not going to ever get good. When you first start, you're going to be bad, just like every athlete that starts a sport. But over time, you get better and better and better, and hopefully you become extremely good. YouTube is the same. You start where your videos are really, really bad, and you just consistently post over time. And even if you don't try to progress, you will progress, because your speech will get better, your stories will get better. Everything in your YouTube videos will get better. And that's something that I realized, that if I look back at my first videos, they were crap. And that's a good thing. If you watch your videos and they're still great and you think they're just as good as the videos that you're making now, then it's a bad thing. Unless like it's your 10th or 20th video, because it's not long enough. You really need to put in the work, post a lot of videos in order to progress. It's not something that just goes overnight. People don't just blow up overnight. If you see somebody that blows up overnight, they probably have an advantage that you don't have. That's okay, great for them, but don't think that that person is doing like, got monetized in 2 weeks, because maybe they were a teacher, maybe they were into making YouTube videos. And by the way, those 2 examples are people that I've seen blow up pretty fast, but because even though they might not think that they have an advantage, they definitely do. You might have one, but you might not, and that's alright. The next thing is you have to enjoy your YouTube channel and creating content before you blow up and before you have success. And I know it's easier said than done. Especially at the beginning, I struggled with this because when you're getting 2 or 3 views, it's really, really hard. And that was my case when I first started. That was the reality. In fact, it wasn't 2 to 3 views, it was 0 to 3. I know what it's like to post videos that get very little views. And I've seen creators that are like, yeah, I know what it's like when you post a video and you get 50 views. I was like, I don't get 50 views, so I know what it's like. If you enjoy the process of creating videos, like scripting the videos, finding the ideas, the titles, the thumbnails, maybe editing, and especially being in front of the camera, that's my favorite part, apart from, creating a community and responding to comments, which that is my favorite part. But you won't have the comments at first. Find some interest in, first of all, what you're saying, because that will be a huge part of it. Talking about something that you're passionate about, and explaining and teaching and giving the information to people, while also hopefully entertaining them at least a little bit. Even though I don't talk about entertainment channels, but still, hopefully your channel is still at least a little bit entertaining, and hopefully mine is as well. But if you find joy in that process where you could talk about a subject for hours in front of a camera, and it might not start like that, but it will continue to do that. And if you come from a place I want to help people, even if you're getting 1 view, that view could be interesting to you. I know I also got some videos that got 0 views. When you come from a place of trying to help people and really truly believing that you can help them, you feel like you're doing something cool, and it's a lot easier to film. It's a lot easier to stay consistent. If you find the joy of filming, your videos will get better, you'll get more views, and it will just flow from there. If you hate being in front of the camera, people will feel it. And your first 5 videos, you'll probably hate being in front of the camera. I know I did when I first filmed my videos, but I knew I needed to get over the hump. It's also a challenge for you at first when you're like, I want to film a video, and I know it's hard, I know it's going to be difficult, it's going to be uncomfortable, but once I get over the hump, it's going to be easy. And for me, it's a lot easier for me to film now definitely than it was earlier on, but also it's not something that I don't look forward to. It's not something that I think about for 10 hours before I get myself to do it. It's a lot easier, but at the beginning it's not. That's alright. But if you start to find the joy in the challenge of making better YouTube videos and just filming in general, it's going to be a lot easier for you to stay consistent and to stick with it if you don't get the views that you think you deserve. And if you want some help with that, I have a link in the description so we can talk about your channel. You need to start to experience some things. You don't need to change overnight, but when I first started this channel, I started sitting down like this, but it was in a different place. Then I started filming myself with my phone, and somebody told me, in fact, the same person that told me that I should script my videos also told me that I should stop vlogging in a room, basically, because it was distracting. So I stopped doing that. So sometimes you talk to people and they tell you to do 2 things. One of the things is great, the other one doesn't work for you. And I'm not saying it wasn't great, it just wasn't for me. But that's an example of you to experience something. That was me experiencing filming, talking to a camera and holding my phone. And somebody told me it wasn't great. And you need to find things that will change and something that you want to stick to. I want to stick to this filming thing, but maybe it will change after a while. You need to maybe find a subject that helps the same kind of people, but really is going to be a little bit different. You need to just experience things with your YouTube channel to see what sticks. Now, don't make a video just because you think it will blow up, because if that video blows up, then you will have to continue making those types of videos that you don't want to make, but your audience will want to watch. So make sure that you make videos that you like, that you enjoy filming, you enjoy making, but also experience around. And always keep in mind that if that video blows up and you have to keep making videos like that, is this all right with you? If it's not, do not make that video. But sometimes you do everything that I said in this video and still you will not get views. And I made a video why you should post even if you don't get views. It will help you out 100%, so make sure you don't miss that video. With that said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.